To begin with, creating a project in iRidium and testing it is free. You can download any module to control equipment and test it. You can test the work of logic before buying a license. We want you to have no doubts that the product solves all your tasks. A license is bought for every control interface created in iRidium. What does the price of a license depend on? The price depends on the number of controlled subdevices. For example, a 6-channel dimmer is 6 subdevices. RGB control is in most cases 4 subdevices for each control channel. The number of subdevices supported by a license is increased by 20. And if you have 36 commercial subdevices in your project, you will have to buy a license for 40 subdevices. The price is also determined by the fact if a server is used in a project. And if you use one of our hardware servers, iRidium Server RPI, UMC or NUC, the price of the hardware is added. If you have commercial modules in a project, for example, voice assistants, their price is included into the price of a license. The price of a license does not depend on the number of control panels. A control panel is a mobile device where iRidium is installed and a control interface is downloaded. You can control this interface from any mobile device you have without any limits. The price of a license does not depend on the number of modules. It means that one project can contain modules to control HDL, Modbus, KNX, and any other equipment, and the number of modules does not influence the price of a license. The price of a license does not depend on the number of sensor subdevices. They are such subdevices as motion sensors, temperature sensors, such subdevices that are not controlled. You can see the number of commercial and free subdevices in the General tab in Project Report. The licensing policy for an installer is different from one for the DIY users. An installer creates an interface for free without any time limit, and he can save the project in the cloud. A DIY user has the time limit of 2 weeks, and he can't save a project in the cloud. When 2 weeks is up, a server must be bought to continue working at a project. An installer, unlike a DIY user, can create and sell projects without a server. A DIY user can't buy a license without a server. The price of a license is also different, as an installer buys a license at a discount and a DIY user has special DIY user prices.